Hey, Steve Basic Architect. We're out here at our farmhouse project. I thought today we'd just take a quick moment here and chat a little bit about windows. Just some varying aspects about it. So I have the window here behind me. As you can see, these are Schuco windows. They are sourced through a company, European Architectural Supply, in Littleton. I get most of my windows through them. They are actually labeled as Schuco, but Schuco is not a window manufacturer. Schuco is a component manufacturer. So Schuco makes all of the extrusions. Schuco makes all of the hardware, the handles, the screws, all of the attachment metals, all of the hardware inside, locking mechanisms, weather stripping. But Schuco doesn't make a window. They just make all the parts. So European Architectural Supply contracts through a company in Slovakia that gets all of the Schuco components that are required to put the windows that we specified for. And then they cut all of the extrusions, and 45 them, et cetera, and then they put the window together. So it's actually a fabricator in Europe that is putting the windows together. All of our glass over there comes from a company, Saint-Gobain. They make what's termed the IGU, insulated glazing unit. So the glazing unit is basically the triple glaze, and these are triple glazed windows. They could be double glazed, but both double and triple glazed are considered IGUs, insulated glazing units. They use an argon glass or argon gas as the medium to fill that space in between the glazing. But the triple glazed IGU sits inside the window sash. Now, not the window frame, the window sash. The sash is the operable part of a window. If this was a fixed unit, then the IGU would be simply sitting in the frame, but it's sitting in the sash. The sash here is on a set of hinges, and then that sits inside or on top of what we would call the window frame. So I've done some videos where we talk about R values and U values. We're not going to talk about that today, but you understand that when I have the frame and the sash with the glazing unit, and the glass is the best part of the window. Center of glass here is probably about 0.1 R10. These bring that number down, but the minute I go to operable, I've pretty much doubled the amount of the worst part of the window. So that brings the number even further down, as opposed to a fixed window, which would have a better R value. But again, didn't want to talk about R values today. Just wanted to give a general sense about windows. So these, you can see we have grills. These are grills between the glass, GBGs, grill between glass. And you can see I can run my hand over it. It makes for nice, easy access to wash the windows without washing in between all of the mutton bars. And that mutton bar is actually set in between the outer layer and the intermediate layer of glass there. So you get the effect, but you get the ability to clean the window from the outside and the inside very, very easy. Now, when you're talking about windows, we're in a bedroom. All bedrooms, at least in Massachusetts, well, all around the country, but I'm going to speak to Massachusetts because that's where we are here. The windows need to have, or our bedrooms need to have an egress window. And what does it mean by an egress window? Well, in Massachusetts, it means that the window needs to be on the second floor, which we are at, needs to be 3.3 square feet minimum in size. This one here is about 3 foot by about 4.5. So we're at about 13 square feet or so. So we definitely meet the 3.3. If you get outside of Massachusetts, a lot of jurisdictions require it to be 5.7 square feet of unit size or glass size there. So they want the ability that if you break the glass, a fireman can climb in or out, or a person can climb in or climb out for their safety. But the reason for the 3.3, as I am told, in Massachusetts, we have a lot of older historic homes where I've done homes on the second floor where the ceiling height's at 7 feet, and the windows might be 3 foot tall by, 2 foot wide. So they give us a little bit of leeway in Massachusetts by reducing it from the 5.7 to the 3.3 only on the second floor, because they know that a lot of our houses are challenged, and just meeting the 5.7 would be extremely hard in a lot of places. So 3.3, 5.7, wherever you are in the country. Second parameter, when I open the window, I need to have a clear opening of 20 by 24 inches. And it doesn't matter. It can be 20 inches wide, 24 tall, or 20 high, 24 wide. Doesn't matter. 20 by 24 clear inches opening. The last thing is the bottom, or the clear opening. And we've had some discussions here because some people say, oh, it's the window sill. The code, I believe, says window sill, but a lot of building inspectors call it the window opening. And what it is a minimum dimension to the ground, and that dimension is 44 inches. So I always ensure that the opening is within 44 inches for the egress window. Now, a bedroom like this, if we had 10 windows in here, only one window is required to meet those parameters for egress. The other 9 windows can do whatever they want to do, but that one window has to be within 44 inches of the ground, 20 by 24 inch opening, and then 3.3 or 5.7 square feet, depending on where you are in the country. Now, this one here is a standard tilt turn. I'd show you the operation, but I don't have the handle here. But it basically swings in. You can see the hinges on this side, or it tilts in. When it tilts in, the upper part here falls in about 7 inches. When it swings in, that swing will come all the way out here to about 120 degrees. Now, the interesting thing, and I get comments all the time because we'll have this swinging into something. People say, wow, Steve, that's a dumb idea. You put the hinge part and the window is swinging into that. Understand that tilt turn windows, the turn function is only to clean the windows. The tilt function is how you ventilate and actually open the windows. So it's the European culture of tilting a window in for ventilation. In America, somehow we think we need to open up the whole window for it to be effective, and we don't. So tilt turn windows, 3 by 5 here. You can see it has that lower sill height, makes it feel like a bedroom, has that really nice traditional feel. But if we go over here, we can check out a couple other different windows. In this case here, I have a bedroom, and I only have one wall to the exterior. So I don't have the luxury of, say, putting a window over there and putting a window here, or maybe on this wall. I only have this one face. So the way I capitalize on that a lot of times is I integrate the egress window into a fixed pane and get one larger component window here. So we have that same tilt turn version that we had over there. This one just gets coupled with a nice big picture window so that it's the only window in the room. Now, everything about the egress window over there applies here. Just because this is adjacent to a fixed window doesn't eliminate the need to meet any of those code issues. All right, so we're over here in the hallway. You can see we have a large transom. Now, you know, when you're thinking of the hallway as an architect, and it's no secret that we have a shed roof out there because the first floor is a larger floor plan than the second floor. So we have a roof that is coming up somewhere here. So it fits very appropriately, but the length of this, you know, you come around the corner in the stairs, you go into your bedroom, well, you get this really nice panoramic view of the backyard. It has the high windowsill, so it offers some privacy, but you know, you're never going to sit here and kind of ponder and think about looking out at the view, etc. You're just going to catch that quick glimpse and you're passing by. So getting a window that's up here, kind of in that visual dimension, you know, this panoramic window just works very, very well. So as I pass through that, now, Coming into the laundry room here, we have another window very similar to that one. You could see I could have made this one very large fixed window, but like the window that I showed you in the bedroom there, we actually have this broken down into two windows. Now down in the mud room downstairs, we actually have this as an operable sash. I did it just to complement the window that we have downstairs, but we have it appear to be an operable window here, complemented with that larger fixed sash here, rather than just have that one large piece of glass. So anyways, that's a quick talk on windows. Schuco windows. These are UPVC window. They come in white. You can also get them with a variety of films. I've done some where they have wood films that they can put on there that from 10 feet away you're hard pressed to tell that it's not real wood. On the outside you have, I think it's like about 25 different color options. These are anthracite gray. You can see through the window there. And anthracite gray is basically about 80% black. So it's not true black, it's just a really rich charcoal gray. But anyways, Steve Basic Architect, I'm out here at our farmhouse, and that's my little chatter about Schuco windows.